from another world.
Somebody's there. At last! I thought I'd starve to death in this hole.
What happened? What are you doing down there?
I fell. It was a stupid accident. Would you be so kind as to get me out of here?
But how could you fall into this? This hole is clearly visible.
I suppose you could say I became absorbed by my thoughts. I'm a sculptor, you see. I came here to get inspired by these ruins, and while I was marveling at these wonders, I wasn't really looking where I was going. Well, now that you know how absent-minded I am, could you get me out of here?
Lucky for you, we have a rope with us.
Oh, I guess I'm lucky in my misfortune. Look, just get me out of here and I'll be grateful. I've just finished a sculpture in the Astrian style that I'd be happy to give you. You can easily sell it for a good price, or keep it if you're a connoisseur.
We'll gladly do it. But I think we deserve a better reward than just a simple sculpture.
A better reward? I'm a renowned artist. My art is worth a fortune.
So you say. But without our help, you'll starve to death down there. That's worth a few extra coins, isn't it?
Your blatant greed is appalling. Exploiting a man's misfortune like that.
Oh, come on. Just think of all the art you'll never finish if you die down there. If you're really as famous as you say, paying us won't ruin you.
Yes, but... All right. You're vultures, but I'll pay you. Get me out of here now! Thanks for getting me out of that hole.
You're welcome. I hope you'll keep your word and won't forget to pay us what we deserve.
Is money all that matters to you? Very well, here's your due.
Thank you. And the sculpture?
The sculpture I promised you is back at my camp. You'd better come with me to get it.
We'll follow you.
I'm a man of my word. Here's the sculpture as promised. This is my finest work to date. It's inspired by these ruins and is in the purest Astrian style. It could pass for the real thing. Now, if you don't mind, I'm going to make myself something to eat. I'm starving. Thank you for getting me out of that hole. Farewell.
then, let me think this through.
There's no doubt about it. They're holding your compatriot. Telling from their act.
Is anybody...
Hey, up. Looks like we won't be needing our prisoners' help after all. The savages come to us on their own. And in strange company.
Maybe it's another gang caught some of them too.
Maybe. If that's so, they did better than us. They captured 2 of them.
They got lucky, that's all.
Quai coldum amem da radi dau quasa betrechon. Queridme e fishaika cremoderem.
Comerus. Nasientum tegadachum fonteramum crectedende. Neumes.
Listen to their gibberish. They're more islanders, I'm sure of it. They must know where to find the gold.
Enough. Let's see what this strange party has to say first.
I can talk to them, if you like. I know how to deal with this breed of ne'er-do-well.
Since you offered, be my guest.
Gentlemen, madam, I bid you good day. Let me get straight to the point. You've detained someone we'd like to see released. This prisoner is a burden to you. You don't know what to do with him. And you're probably hoping to make some money by selling him into slavery. Well, how much?
I knew it. That one wants all the savages for himself. He must know something about the treasure that we don't.
Don't say a thing. Yes, we've got a native, and we were about to sell him, since he won't talk to us. But you seem to be doing so much better than us in this respect, since your savage speaks to you so trustingly. Since you know how to use their gifts too, that'd be worth a lot more than the handful of coins we get from selling him.
Whatever are you talking about?
As if he didn't know. Everyone knows that the islanders from Tier attract gold.
Indeed. And we know there are other natives lurking around here, which makes us all the more sure there's a fabulous treasure hidden in these ruins. My dear, you know all about these old stones. Isn't that true?
Ancient treasures are often hidden in the ruins of Astria, and I know that there are many artifacts to be found here. I read that some of Aleko's own possessions were kept here. My tutor also spoke of a particularly lavish temple adorned with a magnificent figurine.
Oh, there you have it! So, here's the deal. You use your treasure compass and bring us back some. Then we'll be more than happy to free your friend.
We'd like to see our friend first, to see that he's all right.
I don't see any harm in that. You'll see he's been treated well. We're not savage, brutes. However, don't you go trying to do anything stupid. If you try to free him without holding up your end of the bargain, we won't think twice about using violence.
Walker, you've come back, and with more of my people. These men are crazy. I beg you, tell them to free me.
We're here to help. Are you all right?
They haven't treated me badly, but they're talking about selling me to the soldiers.
Quid fravins de Satanea?
Eska hole mer. Second em koime enedid esmeonen, em fravin quenied esed. Sagna fravin on quest madar casa. Anatui gon questa hefarnas jam fradident. Nakoid ole jam radiden slondem en on fege. Lima dividu de radidau quint. Ano mene de rennau de dem. Es end en beter kan. Rendur da kenne. Na meen de ve sa adiven.
Quinnia de se foilegnis luchtos. Calendar ages lanent?
Calde ne solmad. Quies manas quels de sa essa. Nas menin em sientit oragides. Sag es volad em brogend a tusi tuchstad biadet wind. Es marigem de veru, var has feshon de vadedau dent chachranad. Tege den oile, de siglenach toredemen evridenemen nacham. Sag nas marag. Quelshid emes madent.
Quid sirt? Quod berdo avar?
Teged de he dunusid ole veregem en varem da eshidach. Esenedem dag enenab. Quien sasien on donne velu. De manatoigen esin anamendu. Nu boquen smeonem. Sin barigem tusignem de harolo moidi de esidach. Atauig den samerame. Togdu veliden me queni de daroiden demda Boreid ent de horegi wind hum koime. Karadem nasmeoden de herudem qua he dunosed. Olbud ole sonea en contortam.
Na brog. Origamis dagam de verudet echter de isa.
It seems to me that I've shown enough kindness letting you chat. It's time to get to work now.
Na tegetis dem casamera am.
We'll be back soon. Don't worry.
Yes, after all we have to do is find a treasure, a mere trifle.
We found this sculpture. We thought it was very beautiful.
It is indeed beautiful and surprisingly well preserved. It reminds me a great deal of a statue in the Prince's collection in Peren.
I suppose we better find another buyer in that case.
Oh, there'll be no shortage of them. To have a statue that can rival that of a prince, it'll certainly attract a lot of interest.
Well, since you kept up your part of the bargain, I'll keep mine. Your friend is free to go. Take him with you and get out of here. We've got to prepare for our departure. What do you think, my dear? Where do you think is the best place to sell this marvel?
They've agreed to let you go.
Thank you for persuading them. Thank you 1,000 times over. I don't know how you managed to understand them. I think these people are mad. Come on, let's go to our people. They'll make you feel right at home. You'll see. Let me see your map. This is where our camp is.
This door is locked.
This place is different from the rest. As if it were older. There is something here. A sort of moaning sound. It's almost as if I can hear the earth sobbing beneath my feet. At last! We'll soon be with our own kind.
That's the first time I've seen you smile. It's not exactly paradise here, though. Your people must have been in hiding for months, scavenging for food every which way to survive.
Rootless, You can feel what I feel, can't you? There's something powerful here. At home, it would be a place of connection. The earth is speaking. It's shouting.
Again, hadrek des brotumer. Perde haul fradim sadio, o berda has kagarantanui. You're the one Kenkel's worker, aren't you?
That's the nickname he gave me. My name is Ludwig.
Welcome, Ludwig. The things you brought us have been a great help. And I see that this time you've brought us some of our own people.
Yes, yes. Like you, they were taken from your island. They were imprisoned and escaped.
All our people are welcome here.
Adloche daraval. Esme Nilan. Ages evriden ger. Esni donei gada e korei e shantamen lag.
Fridan ger is anum yori. Sagia berad crimoderum dadesa. Oi riden de loban carriden on gerveldacham qualnadaktansan. Avar satir tokladmir oledes. And who are your other companions in this land?
My name is Fausta. I'm just a fugitive from Teleme.
We're happy to have you here. And even if we don't have much, we'll gladly share it. As you will soon learn for yourselves, our sanctuary is extremely precarious. Although we are free, we must remain hidden, or risk being imprisoned again. Some of our people are sick and weakened by the ordeal they've been through. And we are short on everything. Any help you can offer will be most welcome. But I don't want to burden you. You must be tired. I'll let you settle in and get to know each other.
Look, it's Lev from the Black Isles. We crossed paths during a ceremony with both our clans, remember? So, he too was captured. We should go talk to him.
Ever quid siad dad, sians tugiam na siant tranagu so ya an clywed end raduven.
Na father quid quins do. Na fravins on quest.
Hages arulam to do linkwid au oilem en quincy de quese isadama da hanadislan.
No. San caurto. Sag na siet. Asa vegum na siet.
If we are to take sides, you should tell us more about what you're arguing over.
I want to leave. I've spent enough time here recovering from our imprisonment. I know that more of our people are still prisoners, and I just can't sit here and do nothing about it.
And I want him to stay here with me. I'm afraid of this land that seethes with evil. I'm afraid of its violent inhabitants and what they might do to him. I don't want to lose my beloved because he wants to be a hero.
You say that more of our people are still prisoners. What do you know about it?
I know that when I escaped from the place where I was locked up, there were others who couldn't follow me. I can't imagine how they're suffering right now. Some were already gravely ill.
Where was it?
It was near their very large village, in huge rooms dug into the ground. I couldn't show you on a map, but I think I could find my way back.
You say you suffered. You weren't locked up with your husband?
No. When the journey on the great ship was over, I was taken to a place with the other women and young boys. A merchant traded us one after the other like goods. A man took me away and... I don't want to talk about what he did to me, I can't. But I know that people in this land are evil, and I never ever want to go through that again. And I don't want Virgo to leave me all alone.
Is this camp really safe?
Yes, we've been here for weeks, and no one has ever bothered us.
We've been hiding here like rats, only going out at night to find a bit of food. That's no way to live. And who's to say we won't be found sooner or later?
We won't stay here forever. Rumor has it that you're going to help us get back to Tefradi, right?
Indeed. My Nord friend has promised to do everything in her power to ensure that we can return home.
You see? Why risk our lives when we could just wait?
Virgil, I understand your point of view and your desire to save our kinfolk, but Sidmat has suffered enough. After what she's been through, she needs you. She needs your support and your presence.
She's right. Don't leave me all alone. Without you, I don't know what will happen to me. I'm so scared when we're apart.
My beloved, I'm sorry. I was only thinking of those I left behind. I hate that I didn't save them.
With my friend's help, we might be able to find them and rescue them. You can tell us how to get to them, but you must stay here with the woman you love.
You're right. I've behaved like a blind fool. Forgive me, my beloved. And thank you for your wise words.
Ir nasien sa oid cnoidi e coidi. Quod quaguidem ma veruem. Madides me? Mendid da renau quesemen? Coid rai quessa alen mameunde.
Tege Idwis.
Adregdis da elu de mamende renau quesemen? Bjortirsemat, how do you feel?
To be finally free and surrounded by friends does wonders. But this earth has brought me some very mysterious dreams.
To me too. Dreams full of darkness and anger.
Many Donegada feel the same thing. This earth is sick.
Sick? What do you mean?
It's difficult to explain it to someone who is not bound.
When we were on our island, the bond gave us a feeling of...
Oh, no! 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 Maru! Jana fravedare numan, farre krimoneren data hruiginam, memmedan! Eres...
Incredible. Shoot! But do not kill it! I want that thing alive!
Careful! She has lost all control of herself!
We cannot fight it! We must flee! Let's head for that boat.
Hurry up! Everyone is aboard!
Hang in there, son!
Damn it! She followed us.
Get up, son, hurry! Oh, no!
Come aboard, soldier! I'm not going to let you die! Take more hand!
hanem when Shaimar Fargesi.
We can barely see! Can't talk it, dog! We're headed straight for the rocks! You saved us! Not yet! Yuxantis, my homeland!
Happy to be back on solid ground.
Welcome home, Alvida, and welcome to your guest. It was quite a feat to reach the island in that nutshell. An accomplishment worthy of a great captain. Speaking of which, you've been summoned by the Council of Admirals. Don't keep them waiting.
Thank you. I'll go and see them as soon as possible. You should come with me. I'm going to need to introduce you in any case. You are my guests here.
Very well. Lead the way.
I'd love to see the boats you use on Tearfriday.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
Let's show them what we're made of! Council is expecting us, and I'd rather not keep them waiting.
Enter through here. The Council of Admirals awaits you.
Welcome home, Alvida, and welcome to you traveling with her.
Xantis is delighted to have you here.
However, Alvida, you haven't been summoned here just to exchange pleasantries. Rather, we would like to understand how you got here.
Well, we had to leave the Tynean coast quickly. We had no choice but to take a fisherman's skiff. It's small, but strong. I thought I'd head straight for Xantis, and that's what I did. I know the stars and the currents like the back of my hand, so I had no trouble finding my way back to our island.
You made it through the Serpent's fans in this nutshell, without losing a passenger.
That's right. My companions can confirm that we didn't lose anyone at sea.
Although it's unfortunate that you had to borrow this vessel, you've accomplished quite a feat in sailing it all the way here.
No one has managed to sail through the Fangs in such a small boat in over 100 years.
It seems only logical to me that we should nominate our Nort sister Alvida for the title of captain, so that she might have a decent ship at last.
I second this proposal. Let's give her a ship.
I also support this proposal. She shall have her ship.
Very well. I am recording our Nort sister Alvida in the register as a new captain.
You'll be able to return to the sea soon, Alvida, as soon as we can get you a ship. In the meantime, you'll have to add to your tattoos. You know where to go. We've already informed the Ink Mistress. Your friends can go with you, or they can wait for you at the inn. Remember that on this island, as when at sea, you are responsible for your guests, since they aren't Norts.
The council has ruled and adjourned. Away.
Congratulations! You must be happy to see that the Council has acknowledged your talent.
Yes, it's an honor. There's nothing like recognition from your peer. Watch out. Now a woman coming towards us is Bridge Alliance. What do you want?
Only to speak to you and to warn you.
Warn us or threaten us? My friends have already suffered enough from your...
Please. I am no threat. Let me introduce myself. My name is Saphir. I am an explorer and cartographer, and I'm indeed from the Bridge Alliance. From your reaction, I take it you've suffered at the hands of the people of my nation, and for this I am truly sorry. I know that some of my people can be extremely cruel to the natives of Tearfredi. However, I am not one of them. I believe that knowledge is the greatest treasure of all, but it is gained through discussion, not slaughter.
You said you wanted to warn us about something.
There is an emissary from my nation here in Yuxantis, and she's a member of a faction that has a very contemptuous view of those from your island. They believe your people should be enslaved, or worse yet, used for experiments. This emissary isn't alone. There are guards with her. I wanted to warn you to be careful. It's very possible that she means to harm you.
Why have you come to warn us? You don't know us. We're nobody to you.
I'm a traveler. I've met people from many countries and cultures, and I've always enjoyed these encounters. When I met the emissary from the Alliance, I quickly realized which faction she belonged to, though outwardly, she appears friendly. They believe themselves to be superior, and this belief leads them to look down on everyone else. These people are a plague on the Alliance. They undermine it from within, convinced they're furthering its cause. Personally, I believe in what the Alliance represents. The true Alliance, that is. And I despise their attitude towards others. That's why I wanted to warn you.
Everything you need to make your own equipment, from potion... Welcome, strangers. If you're looking for ore or exotic skins, you've come to the right place. I even have ingredients for alchemists. Please, look around, take your time.
Archibald's potions are the best in Yuxantis. Come to the distillery master.
Welcome to my workshop. I'm the ink mistress, and before you ask, no, I don't tattoo foreigners.
Hello, mistress. I'm no foreigner. And the council sent me.
Alvida? Everyone's talking about you. Your father must be so proud. Sailing to our island in a skiff. I don't think I've ever recorded such a feat in ink. It will be an honor to mark you, Captain.
Thank you.
Now come over here and sit down. I hope your friends are patient. This is gonna take a while. There. Now everyone can take one look at you, and they'll know who you are and what you've accomplished. Take care of the ink for the next few days. The scars will be sore.
Oh, I know. I remember the last time I was here. Thank you, mistress. Goodbye.
Savages and traitors to their race!
We'll teach you your true place.
Intruders!
Let's show them what we're made of! Is everyone all right?
Drop your weapons. You're under arrest.
Under arrest? For defending ourselves?
So you say. A witness came to tell us about a fight. We ran over and saw you kill those visitors. Just follow us, you lot, and don't make a fuss.
Wait, officer. This group is my responsibility. I've given my word as a captain. They are my guests.
Indeed. That's unfortunate. You should choose your friends more carefully. Round them all up!
Have you forgotten our laws, officer? You can only arrest the person who is responsible. Her guests are free.
These people have committed a serious crime. They murdered these visitors, and...
This may be a tragedy, but it doesn't change our laws. Only the captain will pay for the crime, if it is proven.
All right, then. Take the captain.
As for you lot, I hope you realize what you've done.
Wait, where are you taking her?
She'll be held in the Harbour Master's office while she awaits her trial. I'll make sure you are able to speak with her if you wish.
We should go tell the others what happened.
There they are, our dear companions. They seem to be in one piece despite what we'd heard. What happened? Where's Alvida?
News travels quickly around here. We were attacked as we left the workshop with Alvida. A group of armed Alliance men attacked us and we were forced to defend ourselves. They all died. And the guards who arrived just seconds later accused us of murdering them. They wanted to throw us into prison again. The master of the shipyard stepped in, and since we are Alvida's guests, she was the only one of us arrested.
The Alliance doesn't seem to want to leave you in peace.
A woman we met after our meeting with the admirals warned us. She told us there was an Alliance emissary in Xantes, and that they might cause us serious problems.
We can't just stand by and let Alvida rot in jail. I already organized one jailbreak. Why not another?
We'd better go talk to her before we do any such thing.
Fausta's right. This is an island, so we won't be able to escape as easily as we did in Tainir. Alvida knows far better than we do how things work around here. Her advice will be most valuable.
We could try to find the lioness you spoke of, the one who warned us. She undoubtedly knows more than she told us.
Since you don't seem too keen on my idea of an escape plan, we could at least try to find some witnesses who saw what happened.
Uncle Ludwig. Here. I don't believe it.
Rudolph, what are you doing here, my boy? Are you a naught now?
No! Don't you try and act like an uncle to me, after what you did to us. Come on, lads, let's get out of here. I don't want to be anywhere near that man. I could lose my temper.
But, Rudolph! I really wonder how the lad ended up here. But he's all right, at least, and he seems to take his work seriously, which is something.
Forgive my curiosity, Ludwig, but if he is your nephew, he seems not to be very fond of you. Whatever did you do to him?
I have no desire to talk about it. Not now, anyway.
Let's go back and speak to the Ink Mistress. We were in front of her workshop. She could be a witness.
What do you want? I told you already. I don't tattoo foreigners.
We're looking for witnesses who saw the fight that took place in front of your workshop.
You're not going to kill me too, are you? I didn't see anything. After I finished Alvida's tattoo, I started cleaning my tools. I heard a commotion outside, but I didn't go out there. I'm not a guard, I'm an artist. Please don't hurt me.
We're not here to hurt you. We just want to help our friend Alvida, who's been arrested.
Really? Since the attack, everyone's been saying that the foreigners on the island are just there to cause chaos and to rob and kill us.
Rest assured, that is not our aim.
At any rate, I wasn't lying. I heard noises, yes, but I didn't see anything. I didn't go outside.
What kind of noise? What exactly do you remember?
Let me think. I remember the door closing. I was picking up my tools when I heard someone shouting. Just after that, I could hear fighting. Then things calmed down and I heard the guard arresting someone. You, most likely.
Do you remember what was shouted?
I didn't hear everything. It wasn't very clear. I think I heard the words savage and traitor. And then something about a place?
They did indeed insult us before attacking us. And since you heard the sounds of fighting after that first sentence, it contradicts the testimony that we attacked those people for no reason. I know it's a lot to ask, but I need you to repeat what you just told us in front of the council. Alvida shouldn't have to pay for the misdeeds of the foreigners who wanted to settle their score with us.
All right. I'll testify if you call me as a witness. I admire Alvida. She doesn't deserve this.
Hello? Looking to buy furniture? Hey, I recognize you. You're the captain's friends. The ones who were attacked earlier.
Were you there during the attack? Could you tell us exactly what you saw?
Yes. I'm at my workbench from sunup to sundown, and it happened right on my doorstep. So I saw everything. I heard those foreigners from the Alliance hurling insults, and I saw them attack. All you did was defend yourself. Then the guard came, followed by the master of the shipyard. And they took the captain away. I'm sorry about what happened to you.
Kaer, Renaiksa Yaradi te Virachtam. Thanks to you, we'll be able to clear our name and free Olvida.
Yeah, unfortunately, I wouldn't be so sure about that.
How so?
I don't have a very good reputation. No one on the council will listen to me. And besides, I don't think Captain Alvida will let me take the stand to defend her. She despises me more than anyone else.
What do you mean?
I don't like to stir up the past, but you should know that I used to be a shipwright. I was respected, and my work was highly praised. Until the accident. It was a terrible accident. Since then, I haven't been allowed to touch a ship. I had to learn a new trade. And here I am in this shabby workshop, tinkering with chairs. My testimony would be worthless.
I understand, but we may have no choice but to call on you.
If you do, I'll be happy to testify to what I saw. But think hard before you call on me. My word could do you more harm than good.
We'll leave you to your work. Goodbye.
This man might be exaggerating his reputation. We should check. Olvida or the man who spoke up for us could tell us more.
Fish! Who wants fish? Did you see the attack that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's shop?
No, I was in the back. I only saw the tail end of the fight. I saw the guards show up, followed by the master of the shipyard. But the Alliance men were already dead. You killed them all. Now, if you don't want any fish, I'd like to get back to work. Foreigners' affairs don't concern me.
Goodbye.
Hoarding axes, throwing knives, and...
Looking for a sword? Or how about some reinforced armor? I've got everything you need.
Do was arrest the knot who was vouching for the foreigners who murdered your men. The others are free. For now.
I find your laws unjust. The poor captain obviously didn't know. Well, look who's here. The savage murderous brute we were just talking about. You must know that I won't let you get away with murdering my men. And I won't let this poor captain pay for your crimes either.
Essa quen moi name natremo lion. Ma clausum dat sies reugum se ganter camolto sidi.
Sir, I would like to know if...
I've got nothing to say to you. Because of your savagery, one of our sisters is in jail. Get out of here.
There's no doubt about it. Justice is blind. Talking to these people won't get us anywhere. Let's go find our Nort friend.
That's right. Go and mock the woman who's rotting in prison because of you. See you at your trial.
We should try to learn more about this woman and what she's doing here.
There you are. I'm glad Alvida wasn't wrong about you. And you're just in time. I'm going to need your help. The Alliance's emissary has decided to support the murder charge against you. For our young captain's sake, I've decided to defend you. I know our laws well, but I'm going to need evidence and witnesses.
What other evidence or testimonies should we look for?
Any witnesses who could give a different version of the events would be helpful. I doubt there's much physical evidence to be found, unless it was a setup. And in that case, there were most likely messages sent that you might be able to get your hands on.
The head guard mentioned a witness who alerted them and told them that we attacked those men. We tried to find out who it was, but he wouldn't tell us.
If I was being generous, I'd say it was to protect the witness. But in truth, our dear head guard hates foreigners. He's furious and frustrated that he couldn't put you in jail and had to lock Alvida up instead. If you need to find out more about this witness, and I do agree that it's a very relevant lead, then I'd recommend trying to get him drunk. He can often be found at the tavern, drowning his bitterness in ale.
Thank you for defending us.
Of course, I don't trust this emissary, and I like Alvida. I'll let you talk to your friend now. But don't forget to come back here once you've gathered enough evidence to exonerate yourselves. Once you've done that, we'll start the trial. See you later, my young friends, and good luck.
How do you feel? Are you all right?
As well as possible. Locked up in a cell. I can't complain. Since I'm a captain, I'm treated with respect. In any case, it looks like it's my turn to need help getting out of jail.
We found witnesses who saw what happened.
I knew you would.
You were right. But the only person who saw the whole thing told us his testimony would be of no use.
Why? Who is it?
A carpenter. A former shipwright, if he's to be believed.
Don't say another word. I know who you're talking about. Silvio. It really does seem like the odds are stacked against us. I can't believe it. Of all the people in Yuxantis, it had to be this incompetent, murdering fool who witnessed the scene.
What did he do?
It's more a question of what didn't he do? He was a shipwright, like he told you. He was in charge of repairing ships before they set sail. My mother's ship, in particular. But he didn't do his job, whether out of laziness or negligence. At the very first storm she encountered, the ship sprang a leak and sank. I lost my mother because of him. And now you're telling me he's the only person who can prove our innocence?
I'm afraid so. The Ink Mistress only heard the fight, so her testimony won't help us much.
And this man's won't help us either. Since my mother's death, he was banned from working for the Knots. Why do you think he became a carpenter? Nobody trusts him anymore.
I understand your reluctance, but if you allow him to save the child of the woman whose death he caused, you'll be allowing him to redeem himself.
No, that's too easy. That idiot knew full well the weight of his responsibility. His laziness led to many deaths. Not to mention that nobody will take him seriously. Believe me. He'd better find something else. Like the name of the person who invited those people from the Alliance. You know that foreigners must have a Knot who will vouch for him before they can walk about the town.
What should we do? We don't know the laws of this island.
Find witnesses. There must be some. If anyone saw what happened, they could clear up these accusations. If they take the stand and testify that these men attacked us, the charges will be dropped. Go to the Ink Mistress and speak to her, and her neighbors. It would also be interesting to find out who this famous eyewitness who warned the guards is. Whoever it is obviously lied to ensnare us in a trap. We need to find out who it is and why they did it.
On our way here, we saw a Bridge Alliance emissary speaking to the head of the guards who arrested you. I think it's the person that woman warned us about when we left the council. The men who attacked us were with her, and she will lead the prosecution.
She had to have been invited here by someone. You must find out who it was and what she's doing here. If only you could prove she's behind it all.
We'll keep investigating.
Thank you for your help. When you've gathered enough evidence, go find the master of the shipyard. He's offered to defend us.
If the head guard is a drunk, it shouldn't be too hard to find out where the witness is. Hiding. Let's go to the tavern and buy him a bottle. Then he'll sing like a canary.
There's the head guard. I believe the woman from the Alliance, Sophia, is over there. Since she's the one who warned us, maybe she can tell us more about the emissary.
Get out of there, you coward! Give me my money back! Thief! Cheater!
Ugh, I can't do it.
Get out of there, you coward!
I'm happy to see you're back, and in one piece. When I heard there'd been a fight among foreigners, I was afraid it might be you.
It was us. Your people attacked us. The guards of this city arrived too late and they accused us. They locked Olvida up, but we were the ones they wanted to punish for defending ourselves against the Alliance.
I'm very sorry. I suspected that Zahid's presence in Yuxantis might cause problems. Is there anything I can do to help?
What can you tell us about this woman?
I must admit that knowing she was here gave me reason for concern. So I tried to find out who invited her. Apparently, it was one of the admirals, to strengthen the trade relations between the Alliance and the Nauts. That idea worried me even more. I don't know how much you know about the Bridge Alliance, or the internal tensions simmering just below the surface there. Recently, a group has appeared on the scene, spreading disturbing ideas. They argue for Tynir's superiority over all other nations, especially the islanders of Teofredi. They're violent and will stop at nothing to expand their influence, which remains fairly limited for now, thankfully. This woman is part of that group, and the fact that she's here to negotiate with the Nauts could prove dangerous for your people. Whether or not she's behind what happened, she's certain to use it against you.
Do you know where this emissary is staying?
Since she's part of an official delegation, she must be staying at the diplomat's house. However, you'll never get her to admit her involvement just by talking to her. I'm afraid you'll have to find a more indirect method. The innkeeper here is in charge of delivering food to all the buildings where foreigners are staying. Maybe he could help you enter her quarters discreetly.
Thank you for your help.
You're welcome. I despise this woman and everything she stands for. I hope you can prove your innocence. Oh, I just thought of something. I don't know if this will be of any use to you, but I saw her leaving town once, which intrigued me. A diplomat who's here on official business would have no reason to go inland. I have no idea what she planned to do there, but maybe it would be worthwhile finding out.
Thank you for your help. See you later. According to Sofia, the innkeeper could help us get into the diplomat's house.
Welcome to the Fishing Mermaid. What'll it be?
Is it possible to order food from you to be delivered?
We sometimes deliver meals to certain homes, in particular to Overseas House when they're entertaining. But we don't do individual deliveries, if that's what you're asking about. Those deliveries are enough of a pain. With the repairs to the wall, my cart can barely get through.
We could deliver the meals for you today, so you wouldn't have to bother with this cart.
But why would you do that? Ah, you want to play a joke on the emissary, don't you? I know she's not very nice, but my tavern's reputation is at stake. Sorry, I can't risk it. Would you like anything else? I have a delicious cider right now.
You mentioned the works that are interfering with your deliveries. What are they repairing there?
Oh, the wall around Overseas House was starting to crumble and it looked bad. Since that's where the continent's most eminent people stay, well, it had to be fixed. It makes our island look bad, you know? But still, even if it had to be done, I wish they'd have done it at another time, not when I had to deliver food to a guest. Would you like anything else? I have a delicious cider right now.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Come back soon. We're open at all hours.
You again? This tavern used to be a place you could drink in peace. Even here, these pesky foreigners seem bent on stirring up trouble.
I'm not here to bother you, but to make amends. I was hoping you'd let me buy you a drink.
I'm not sure I want to make amends with trouble-making foreigners on my island, but I can't refuse a drink. Buy away. I hate to admit you're nicer than I thought. You're foreigners, but you're nice foreigners. It's too bad you're gonna be convicted anyway. I'm so sorry. It's sad.
You say we're going to be convicted? How can you be so sure?
Because of the witness. That's one solid witness. Solid as a rock. As solid as a longshoreman. Actually, yeah, like a longshoreman from the docks. Solid as that.
The witness is a longshoreman from the docks?
What? Yeah. How did you know? Oh, you're good. He's one of the lads who works in the warehouses. Anyways, with his testimony, your goose is cooked. And well done at that.
We've got to flush that rat out of the warehouse where he's hiding.
We'll have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here.
You're bleeding! Let me help you!
You can't come in here. Move along.
We'll leave you to your duties. Goodbye.
Stop! Foreigners aren't allowed in this part of the port. Move along.
You've got a difficult and thankless job here. What if we could make it a little less thankless?
I hope you're not planning to steal anything or hurt anyone in there. Oh, fine. Go ahead. I never saw you.
We need a key to open this door.
Hey, you! What are you doing here? You are not allowed in the warehouses. You better leave if you don't want me to call the guard.
We've come to see you because we know you have to testify against us. The head guard told us where to find you.
Yeah? So what? What do you want?
You lied when you told the guard that we attacked the Alliance men. I'm betting you were paid. Since that's all you're interested in, why not take this money and disappear for a while?
Well, I didn't really like the whole mess anyway. A little time away from the warehouses won't do me any harm. I'll get my things, and you'll never hear from me again.
If it weren't for this Viper's lies, we'd be certain to get justice.
Are you lost? Do you need directions?
I must talk to the envoy. I have information to pass on about her men's aggression.
Sorry, but no one warned me of your coming. And anyway, she's not here. Come back later and make sure you have an appointment.
Dressed as servants, we would be almost invisible.
Who's there?
Wenn var hasta hetanen.
These are the emissary's notes. They were used to prepare for a trial. The identity and location of the witness we met are in here. The emissary mentioned some business she had someplace inland. We should try to find out precisely where. Be quiet. We don't want to be overheard. Look out! Guards!
Did you hear that?
Let's show them what we're made of! This is some sort of contract between the emissary and Duarte, the false witness. It's all very clear. She paid him to alert the head guard and to tell him he'd seen us attacking the others. There's even a bonus fee for going to trial. There's also a note, undoubtedly for a future report. It explains the entire plan. I should read it in more detail. This could turn the tables at the trial. I have to be careful. We're not supposed to be here. I see tracks over here.
There you are. Any news? Preparations are underway on my side, but without your help, I'll have trouble defending you.
We found 2 witnesses who could vouch for us. The ink mistress, who heard the scene though she couldn't see it, and the carpenter who witnessed the whole thing. However, the carpenter warned us that his word would carry little weight.
What can the ink mistress report?
That she heard one of the men from the Bridge Alliance insult us before the attack.
So that contradicts the idea that this was an unwarranted attack. But it doesn't justify murder. And this carpenter...
He witnessed the whole thing and can confirm our innocence. But he told us that his testimony wouldn't help us.
I know who you're talking about, and he's not wrong. His past actions mean he's hardly credible. And his support for Alvida could easily be called into question. So if I were you, I'd think twice before putting him on the stand. It would be better to find other evidence or find the prosecution's infamous witness before going to trial.
We've spoken to the prosecution's witness, who won't be testifying at the trial.
Excellent. I hope you didn't use any underhanded methods that could backfire. But this will give you a much better chance at clearing your names, as the emissary will have nothing to back up her accusations. The whole affair seemed suspicious, but the witness's reversal makes me think there's more to it than that. Some dark plot whose inner workings we may never understand.
We discovered that the emissary has a hideout outside the city where she carried out business deals. She had documents there proving beyond doubt that she was behind the whole thing.
I suspected as much. But why would she do that?
So that the Nods would have no sympathy for my people. That they would think we are savages, and would have no second thoughts about participating in our destruction.
It's horrifying, and I'm furious at the idea that someone could have tried to manipulate our people in this way. This emissary won't get away with it, I promise.
I don't know anything about your justice system. What will happen during the trial?
Everything takes place in the Admiral's Council Chamber, which you've already visited. The prosecution, represented by the Alliance's emissary, will present their evidence and their witnesses. We'll be able to cross-examine them, of course, and I'll follow your instructions. Then we'll present our own evidence and witnesses, so all you have to do is tell me who to call and what to present. The witnesses and evidence will be cross-examined by the emissary, who will do everything in her power to find weaknesses in them. Finally, the Council will present its decision, which will hopefully be in our favor.
What are the consequences if we lose?
As a rule, we don't sentence foreigners to death. It would be too risky, since we're too dependent on our wealthy clients. But since you're accused of murder, you could end up in jail for a long time, or banished from Yuxantis for life if you're lucky. For Alvida, things are a little different. Although it's rare for a Nod to be sentenced to death for the murder of a foreigner. But if we lose, she'll lose everything. Her rank, her freedom. I hope it doesn't come to that.
We think we're ready for the trial.
I think we have more than enough to clear you. Remember to give me all the documents I'll need to show, as well as the names of the witnesses, and we can go. Don't forget that during the trial, it will be up to you to tell me who to call and what to share.
Defendants, take your seats. The trial is about to begin. We are gathered here before Admirals Cabral and Barcelos. I shall be representing the inhabitants of this island. Our aim is to clarify the events that took place in front of the Ink Mistress's workshop, which led to the deaths of several of the Bridge Alliance emissaries' escorts. The emissary will represent the prosecution. Is the emissary here and ready to present her arguments?
I am. And I will prove, beyond the shadow of a doubt, that these savages murdered my escort and brought chaos to this island.
The defendants are Captain Alvida and the group of foreigners who are her guests. They are represented by the master of the shipyard.
We are also ready.
Very well. The prosecution has the floor.
Your honors, Noughts, I come here to seek justice for the lives of my men who were murdered on your streets. And I will prove to you that these savages are the killers.
Please explain how your men ended up in this part of town, when they were supposed to be part of your escort.
I'd given them the afternoon off, so I assume they were sightseeing. That's when they were attacked by these islanders and their companions.
Why would they do that?
Because they're savages. Ever since my people first set foot on Tir Fredi, we witnessed nothing but savagery. They constantly reject any form of progress. They kill people, massacre them if need be, and then pass themselves off as victims. They lure far more sophisticated people into their nets and make them pay for their crimes. Which explains why these eminent representatives of other peoples from the continent, as well as Captain Alvida, are here.
This whole speech sounds like an indictment, but you haven't provided any evidence.
This is true. Do you have any evidence or witnesses to call?
I do. I call Longshoreman Duarte to the stand.
Well, where is your witness, emissary?
I don't have the slightest idea.
You're wasting our time, emissary. Do you have any other witnesses?
I'll call the head guard.
The head guard didn't show up until after the fight.
Don't worry. We can cross-examine him if you wish.
Very well. Can you tell us what you witnessed that day?
We were on patrol in the neighborhood, and a longshoreman came to tell us that some savages had attacked a group of Alliance foreigners. We got there as quickly as we could, but by the time we arrived, the savages were putting away their weapons and the others were lying dead on the ground.
Is there any way they could have just been passing by and had drawn their weapons to assist my men?
No, they were covered in the men's blood, and we saw them finish off the last one as we approached. I'm sorry. I wish we'd gotten there sooner. We could have saved your men.
You did your duty. What could you have possibly done in the face of such savagery? What happened next?
We wanted to arrest them, but the master of the shipyard intervened and reminded us that we could only arrest the captain.
A law that's difficult to swallow when it's obvious that the ones it benefits are the true culprits, and the innocent must shoulder the burden of their crimes.
In the context of this court, you will abstain from criticizing our laws, emissary.
Of course. Forgive me. I have no further questions for this witness.
Does the defense wish to question the witness?
Ask him if he can confirm who started the attack.
According to your own testimony, you did not witness the attack, yet you arrested the captain.
Well, those men have been killed, and it was obvious that the captain and her friends were responsible for their deaths.
Really? Would the scene you discovered have been different if these people were the victims of a vicious attack and were only defending themselves?
I suppose the scene would have been the same, yes. But the longshoreman?
Since the longshoreman isn't here, what he told you can't be trusted. What was the first thing the defendants said to you when you tried to arrest them?
They were only defending themselves.
Thank you. I have no further questions.
Now that the prosecution has presented its evidence and witnesses, it's time for the defense to present its case.
It's our turn now. What would you like us to present first? I call the Ink Mistress to the stand. Can you tell us what happened during the attack in front of your workshop?
I was inside my workshop at the time of the attack, and unfortunately, I didn't see the fight.
That's a very useful testimony.
The prosecution will refrain from commenting until the floor is opened. Continue, Mistress.
I didn't see anything, but I did hear what happened. I clearly heard someone shouting something before the fighting started.
Can you tell us what was shouted?
Not entirely, but I distinctly heard the words savage and traitor.
It was the native who was shouting as she threw herself at my men.
No, I didn't recognize the voice. It wasn't any of the defendants. It was a different voice. What's more, I'd like to add that the defendants were thoughtful, not the savages they've been made out to be.
Thank you, Mistress. It seems clear that the attack was preceded by insults that were proffered by the emissary's men. This contradicts her version of the events.
I don't believe a word of it.
Madam, we have tolerated your repeated interruptions, despite our requests to respect the protocol. But we will not tolerate you questioning the word of an eminent figure on our island. Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
No, I have no questions for the venerable mistress.
Would you like to call Silvio the carpenter to testify?
No. This man's word means nothing to me or this court.
Call the carpenter to the stand. He's the only one who really saw what happened.
Of course. I hope his reputation won't detract from the value of his testimony. I call Carpenter Silvio to the stand. Can you tell us where you were when the attack took place?
I was in my workshop, which is partly open to the outside. It's across from the Ink Mistress's workshop.
So you saw the whole thing. Can you tell us about it?
Yes, I saw everything. I saw the defendants leaving the Mistress's workshop. Then a group of armed men in Alliance uniforms appeared. They called the group savages and traitors and attacked them on sight. The defendants were forced to defend themselves. They were much better fighters than their attackers and had no trouble defeating them.
Lies! My trained soldiers would never have been defeated by this savage and her followers if they hadn't been taken by surprise.
Silence! Let the witness finish.
Then the head guard and his men showed up. So did you, Master. And they arrested the captain.
I have no further questions for this witness. After listening to this testimony, it seems clear to me that the defendants were attacked and that they therefore are not to blame.
Does the prosecution wish to question the witness?
Absolutely. You're a carpenter now. But what did you do before that?
I was a shipwright.
That's a far more noble and respected profession in Yuxantis. What happened to you?
I lost my job and my rank after one of the ships I'd worked on sank. I was blamed for the loss of the ship and the deaths of the crew.
Tell me, who was the captain of this ship?
The ship's captain was named Estrella.
She was Captain Alvida's mother. Isn't it only natural that this man, who feels like he owes a debt to the captain, the same captain who risks paying a high price for her guests' violence, would take the stand and lie for her in order to make up for it? Can you believe a man who was responsible for the deaths of an entire crew?
I warned you.
Do you have any further questions for this witness, emissary?
No, I'm done with him.
Does the defense have any other witnesses to call?
I was thinking of calling Alvida to the stand. You were all witnesses, but her word carries more weight here than yours. What do you think?
Call Alvida. She can testify for us all.
I'm more than willing to answer your questions, and those of this snake.
I call the defendant, Captain Alvida, to the stand. Can you introduce yourself and tell us what happened that day, in your own words?
My name is Captain Alvida. I had just received my new ink when it happened.
Can you remind the court of what you did to earn this new rank?
I sailed from the coast of Tynea to Yaxantis in a fisherman's skiff.
A true feat. Please continue.
We barely set foot outside the ink mistress's shop when a group of Alliance men approached. One of them shouted at us that we were savages and traitors to our people, and that they were going to show us our true place. Then they attacked us. Fortunately, we were able to defeat them. It was only then that the head guard arrived. He wanted to arrest everyone, and you stopped him. So, I was the only one who was taken to jail, since my friends here were my guests.
Thank you, Captain. I have no further questions.
Does the prosecution have any questions for this witness?
Of course. Captain, are you sure your savage friend here didn't attack my men before you had time to see it? You wouldn't be the first person to trust in these animals and be betrayed by them.
I'm absolutely certain that the events took place just as I described them. And please don't compare my friend to an animal.
Then how do you explain that a Naut longshoreman alerted the head guard and pointed you out as the attackers?
The only explanation is that he was lying.
And who's to say you're not the one who's lying? Your hands are red with the blood of my men.
Emissary, please control yourself. If you show disrespect to the witness again, we will put an end to this trial immediately.
Please, forgive me. I have no further questions.
Master, we have no further witnesses.
We shall now proceed to show our evidence.
We would now like to present some evidence that has come to light in the course of our investigation.
Evidence? Evidence of what?
Emissary, the defense has the floor. Please allow the master of the shipyard to present his case.
I have here a document signed by this very emissary, which mentions an agreement with a certain Duarte, who works as a longshoreman. The document states that this man is to alert the head guard that an attack is taking place against the Alliance's men. It also states that he will have to testify before this court and specifically identify the natives from Tir Fredi as being behind the attack. The reward for this service is a very substantial sum of money.
It must be a forgery. A forgery created by the defendants to escape a fair punishment.
As our master librarian is a handwriting specialist, I suggest that he examine this contract and give us his expert opinion on the matter.
I will look into this during the deliberations. Have you found any other evidence?
We would like to present this report, which was found in a hideout, where this very emissary was participating in suspicious activities.
How dare you? What kind of scandalous accusation is that?
Explain yourself, Master of the Shipyard. It is highly unusual to describe the person representing the prosecution in this manner.
How else can I describe the activities that required the emissary to travel to an obscure cabin in the inland territory? Not to mention the fact that this report describes these activities in great detail.
Lies! Lies and more lies! An outrageous forgery!
Let the defense continue.
The emissary and her men were obviously making deals with some of our more law-averse knots to smuggle contraband.
For shame. Master, I'm counting on you to give us these documents so that we can find the culprits.
Yes. We won't let a few bad apples spoil the guild's reputation.
And just how did you find this obviously forged report?
You may ask your questions when the defense has finished. Carry on, Master of the Shipyard.
In addition to the highly instructive explanations of their smuggling activities, these documents also include a very important element that is of interest in these proceedings. The attack is clearly planned out in detail. The head guard was to be alerted as soon as it took place. If the Alliance men were able to kill the natives, the captain and her companions, then the testimony of the longshoreman and the head guard was to have cleared them of any suspicion. If not, well, we've all seen how the rest of the plan was to play out.
Nonsense! This is unacceptable!
Why would the emissary have planned such a dire scheme that would surely put the lives of her men at risk?
The report is very clear on this point. The aim was to decidedly tarnish the natives' reputation in our eyes. Some are starting to raise their voices here against what's happening in Tier 4D, especially concerning the deportation of the natives. If we all thought the natives were savages and beasts, we'd have fewer scruples about dealing with them. Wouldn't we?
That's exactly what they are!
That's
Animals.
enough, ma'am! How dare you!
We will study this report carefully. And if it proves to be true, you'll be the one to answer for it.
Master, do you have any further evidence to submit?
No. We have nothing further to present to the court.
We have nothing more to add.
The defense has presented all of its evidence, and will now defer to the Council's judgment.
In that case, we will now take leave to deliberate.
Can't I plead my case?
If you were hoping to make a case for your ideas, you should know that's not how things work around here. The witnesses and the evidence are presented, and anyone can examine and refute them, but the final decision is the Council's. We'll return once a unanimous decision has been made. The Council has come to a decision. I now give the floor to Admiral Cabral, who will announce the verdict.
Thank you. The trial was a farce. It was an obvious attempt to use the Nauts to further the political ambitions of certain factions of the Alliance.
I protest!
We will not stand for it. We find Captain Alvida and her companions innocent, of course, and the Alliance emissary and her retinue are henceforth banished from Yuxantis.
Banished? If you think we're going to accept...
Silence! This is our island. You shall respect our laws. You will be taken back to the mainland as soon as possible. And a thorough investigation will be carried out to identify and bring to justice all those who colluded with you.
The Council has ruled, and the court is adjourned.
You're free, and may do as you please until you're ready to board your ship, Captain. Despite the trial, I've had the shipyard working on it, and it'll be ready to sail with the tide tomorrow.
Captain, I know what you think of me, what everyone thinks of me. but could I have a word with you?
What is it?
I hear you're looking for your mother's logbook. I know where it is.
Is that so? How could you possibly know that?
I'll tell you when the time comes, but not here. Meet me at the tavern when you're done.
I don't trust you, Silvio, but I'll come. It would be wrong not to hear you out at least once. Oh, thank you. Thank you for getting me out of there. I'm sorry that even here, you've once again been victim to the Alliance's evil schemes. But I'll get you home. I swore I would do it, and I shall. Tomorrow, we'll have a ship. And even if I can't take you to Tier 4D straight away, it's a first step.
Why do we not leave now? You say you want to take us home, but in the next breath, you tell us we have to wait.
Because this kind of expedition is incredibly expensive. Sailing to Tier 4D takes months and costs a fortune. You're going to need a protector. A patron. But don't look at me. I don't have a coin to my name. My family does, though.
I know someone who wants to go home, too.
Not in the least. I'm very happy to be here with you. You're far less dangerous than my uncle.
We can choose our destination once we're aboard the ship. In the meantime, we can take a break at the tavern or go for a walk. Anything you like. As long as there are no bars on the windows.
Wait. I'm sorry. I overheard your conversation. I'd like to accompany you. Even if I have to wait, I'd like to go to Tier 4D with you.
There are enough of your people on our island already.
And you can surely find another ship. The Alliance regularly funds crossings to Hikmet.
That's true. I could probably find backing for a map-making mission, but I'd have to make compromises I'm not willing to make with people I despise. Please, let me prove that not all of my people are manipulators and forces of destruction.
She did warn us and helped us with the framing, and having an ally in the Alliance could be useful.
The best I can do is to offer to let you come aboard my ship. Whether or not you can be a part of our group is a decision that's for the others to make.
You're back. What can I do for you?
We'll leave you to your work. Goodbye.
Alvida left for the port at dawn. She couldn't wait to set foot aboard her new ship. Are we going to meet her?
Give me my money back! Get out of there, you coward! Give me my money back! Thief! Cheater!
There you are. I'm happy to see you out of that courtroom and cleared of those ridiculous accusations. Captain Alvida has already returned to her ship and is busy preparing for your journey. When you're ready, just say the word and we'll take you aboard too.
We're ready.
In that case, climb into this boat and it will take you aboard. Godspeed.
Well, what do you think of my ship? It's quite the change from that old skiff. This one even has a cabin.
Yes, it is a fine vessel. But when will you take us back?
As soon as I can pay the crew and stock the old with food for the trip.
My family would certainly be able to finance the journey, especially since it would be an opportunity for them to compete with the Dorsays. They're a rival family who rule over the cities of Serene and New Serene. Come to think of it, they too could finance our trip, I suppose. They certainly have the means.
That would entail going to Peren, wouldn't it? I wouldn't mind going there too. There's someone there I need to see.
Really? Someone from Thélème, I presume?
Yes, a man of the cloth who might be able to help me get home. A certain Father Cardinal Pius.
I've heard of him. A charming old man who lives like a monk, I believe.
Yes, he's a priest and the Thélème ambassador. He can help me get home, but his influence could also be useful in getting your expedition financed.
Yes, I've heard of him. Well, having the backing of influential people is rarely a bad thing. My family is going to be thrilled when they hear about my exploits in Alima.
As for me, I'd like to go back to Iskiara. We left behind a giant, rampaging creature, and I hate to think what might happen to the locals and my companions. We can't just leave this beast to wander around. We have to find out what happened after our timely getaway. And since it's not possible to dock in Dooten, this will bring me as close as possible.
That's a lot of destinations to choose from. We'll have to choose just one. So, where are we headed?